Welcome to a Two Nerds and a Joke special event, even though Ernie doesn't want to call it that, but we are going to talk for a little bit here about a lot of the things surrounding Captain America Civil War. A lot of exciting stuff in this movie, and yes, very much and very clear and presently going to state, spoiler alert major, do not listen to this podcast if you have not seen it, or if you're planning to see it and want to know what happens, then listen to this podcast. Those are your choices. That's the only choices you get, no other choices at all.
I'd like a choice. Can we call Captain America the actual title it should have been given, which is the apology for Avengers 2, Age of Ultron?
Age of Ultron was a good movie.
It was awful.
It was not awful. What was awful about it?
It did make sense.
It did
make sense.
It made complete sense.
You had Tony Stark making Ultron instead of Hank Pym. You had all sorts of stuff going on there.
Hank Pym was a whole separate thing. Hank Pym was too busy making Ant-Man.
Yeah, go ahead. Defend it all, because even when Marvel farts, you eat up the farts.
Yeah, so when Star Wars farts, you eat up its farts, and it's made by the same people. Anywho, moving on, we're here to talk about Captain America Civil War, not what it's an apology for. I could go into the parallel between Civil War and Batman vs. Superman and say it's the same story, but guess who did it better? But we're not going to do that, are we? No.
No, you should not lower others to raise others up.
I don't even need to lower others. They're already down in the dirt, comparatively speaking, and it doesn't even take me saying anything. Same story, we did it better. Anywho.
With 12 movies.
Yep. And if they had done 12 movies, guess what? I wouldn't be able to have that argument.
Ridiculous. You got to watch 12 movies playing this one movie.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
No, you didn't have to play the 12 movies. They introduced characters here that weren't in the other 12 movies.
12 movies.
Spider-Man wasn't in any other movies. Black Panther wasn't in any other movies. So, I rest my case. Anywho, the point of what we're talking about today with Captain America Civil War, which Ernie, despite his vast negativity over there, light a candle, don't curse the darkness, did enjoy the movie and did like the movie, yes?
Yes, I did. I saw it 3 times.
So, despite all his negativity, he's a fan. Anywho, and he will eat their farts as well.
No fart eating.
Anywho, we want to take a slightly different angle on the movie because a lot of people are talking about it. A lot of people are doing spoiler shows on it. And one thing that none of the shows really are addressing, or even talking about really, is what the story is actually really about. And you could say, okay, it's another Avengers movie or Avengers 3 movie, which it is in some respects, but it isn't.
It's Avengers 3.
It's not. It really circles...
Oh, that's right. It's missing Thor and Hulk. But go on with your story.
Anywho, the point of the story is, in my mind, of course, and I can only speak for myself, is that it's really about the true nature of freedom, which obviously is kind of the overlay. And, we all know there was the comics, and the comics did Civil War very differently, and obviously they couldn't do the same thing here as they did in the comics because they didn't set it up the same way. In the comics it was really about secret identities not being revealed. Well, you can't do that because a lot of the people who have secret identities are already revealed. Iron Man said, "I'm Iron Man." It kind of went downhill from there. So you can't really take that angle. So they took the angle of freedom, and I think they handled that part, and I'll see if Ernie agrees with me, very well of there is freedom, and then there's true freedom. And freedom with rules and freedom without rules is kind of where we're in a lot of aspects of our lives, and a lot of things in politics is kind of foreshadowing some of this conversation. So for me, that's a big theme of it. And you get down to, a fight scene at the end of the movie between Captain America and Iron Man, and it really boils down to, a very personal issue, of fighting over one person who both men see very differently. And that, of course, is Winter Soldier. So that's kind of my take. Ernie, your thoughts?
Well, the way I look at this movie, the Russos did a good job. They took a steaming pile of poo, which was Avengers 2, and basically said, you know what? We're going to approach this differently. We're going to take Winter Soldier, which up until Iron Man, I would say Iron Man first is probably the best Marvel superhero movie they put out. There's not a wasted scene in that movie.
Mm-hmm. Which you've said
before. I would go Captain America, Winter Soldier, and then I would put this one next. The other ones are just merely noise. Now, for pure popcorn fun and
Ant-Man is
enjoyment,
not merely noise.
Purely popcorn. Purely popcorn. I would say
set him up for this movie. Guardians of the Galaxy is also a good movie.
And then I would put Ant-Man in that order.
Really, Ant-Man is better than popcorn movie. That's ridiculous.
So, the way I looked at this movie was, okay, they got to set up the big fight, very similar to BVS. They got to set it up. How are they going to set it up? We're going to get this other guy, Zemo, Baron Zemo, who basically killed all the Winter Soldiers, and basically turned this movie into like the Manchurian Candidate.
Yeah, in a lot of aspects.
Which excellent pull for the Russo brothers, who wrote the pilot for, I think, Arrested Development, and if I'm not mistaken, they put an Easter egg in the airport scene. I think that's the blue stair truck there. So, you guys who are real nerds...
Boy, because I didn't watch a show about convicts? Sorry.
It wasn't about convicts.
Yeah. It's about that... It has that main actor in it that did that thing. It's ridiculous.
Jason Bateman?
Ridiculous. Everything about him is ridiculous. I can't take him seriously.
You're not supposed to. You're not supposed to.
Yeah, well, he's not even funny. Can't take him seriously, but he's not even funny. It's just a sad combination.
So,
anyways, you and your blue van.
You have the two title characters. You have Tony Stark, Captain America, and for a while, you kind of saw the tension kind of rise. But they actually, at the beginning of it, it looks like they all practice together. They're practicing moves. They become a team. Very not like Age of Ultron, where they were just like all over the place. You saw Scarlet Witch, using her magic for Cap. It was all that stuff.
Well, that's part of the point of the Age of Ultron, is it was literally the concept of what chaos will do to a team. And you're trying to build a team.
It was a snooze fest.
It wasn't a snooze fest. What the hell? Okay, maybe it wasn't the best of the movies, but you can't call it a snooze fest. It was a very cool movie. And one of the things it did set up is that there are two separate teams of characters. It's set up for this movie. At the end of it, when you see the final scenes and they're practicing to become Avengers, it sets this movie up to show that there are two separate groups, even though they're all the Avengers. And I think it leads up to Avengers East Coast and Avengers West Coast. I think it would line up with that very well. You're talking Tony and you're talking Captain America. Tony's very California. I mean, let's not fool ourselves. And obviously, Cap is specifically from New York, as is Spider-Man. And who knows, Spider-Man will just flip back and forth anyways. Which I think he is on the wrong side. But, I mean, I wasn't sure I was thrilled with the whole concept that Iron Man gave Spider-Man his real suit. But, whatever, it worked out fine, and I loved the Spider-Man, but I was kind of like, really? He kind of was supposed to make it on his own, supposed to be a science genius with it, but they took a different angle, but I'm not going to complain too much about it. It did turn out very well in the end. But anyways, Ultron did set this movie up to be what it is, and it allowed you to see the characters as more than just gods and warriors. It kind of made them more human in that one, which set up for this one where they went even further into the very dynamic dichotomy of rules with freedom and freedom without rules, and which is better, vigilante versus hero. And you see that theme running through all the superhero movies. So I think it was a very nice setup, and I think this movie kind of set that concept up very well. And then the Manchurian concept as well, which was also very cool.
So Age of Ultron still a suck movie. And this is my thoughts on movies. Give me a good movie. Don't worry about setup for them. It's like they basically, was it all really set up? The plot really didn't work, but we understand this is setting us up for more. Instead, what they did with Captain America Winter Soldier, regardless of what happens after this movie, we're going to give you a good product right now. And you know what? If it sets up something else, so be it. Just like what Iron Man did. That's why the Iron Man, Winter Soldier, I put this one next, and then I would put Guardians of the Galaxy and then Ant-Man. The rest of the movies, just pretty much noise. So then we get to Civil War. And the way I saw it was that they want to set up the tension, which they did. You saw, Tony Stark, basically, with younger Tony Stark, which they took the technology from the last movie when they made an old Michael Douglas slightly older. And just use that, and we got RDJ from like 1989
which
or
was
something
actually
like
pretty
that.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So, you saw that whole, oh, okay, he really wasn't tight with his dad. His dad's giving him crap, and like basically they go off to the airport, and then they never make it to the airport. And then, of course, huge spoilers. There they are, him and Cap, and then he finds out, who killed your parents. It was Bucky.
Mm-hmm.
Bucky killed his parents.
And
Oh my God, it's BVS all
yes,
over
I was just
again.
about to say it's
Oh my God.
exactly the same thing, but
And I'm
if
like,
you
I'm like,
compare the
okay.
whole thing, but you compare the two ways they did it, you really. 'Cause I was about to say that, and you went there first. I thought you wouldn't dare compare, but it's the exact same plot twist, where a scene at the beginning of the movie plays the very end of the movie, and plays a huge pivotal point in the exact opposite way in some respects, but.
And then
They did it
spoilers on
better.
top of spoilers, you get a brand new villain, which is the best villain since they had since Loki. And I wasn't too keen on Loki because of his Loki pokey stick.
Yeah, you're so anti. Why are you so anti?
Because it
It's
didn't make sense.
sad.
It
It's
didn't make
sad.
sense. It didn't make sense.
It's sad.
What's the shiny thing? How do we get to it? How do we use it? Come on. That's what all those other movies were. At least Iron Man, the first Iron Man, wasn't that way. Captain America Winter Soldier wasn't that. And this one wasn't that. Thank goodness it wasn't like, what's the shiny thing? How do we get it? How can we use it? Thank God it wasn't that.
Oh yeah,
So,
versus DC, which movies they had? Oh wait, crickets. Nothing. Anyways, moving on.
so then you get to this point where it's really about these two guys that they at one point, they had their differences, yes, but I think they both consider themselves somewhat brothers in arms. And I thought the first trailer kind of set it up the best when, Cap is standing there with like blood dripping from his nose. He's like, "I'm sorry, Tony, but he was my friend." And then Tony replies back, "So was I." And you could see like the black eye on, in the helmet and everything. And that's when they cut to the scene of, the Winter Soldier and Cap like passing the shield between the two.
Yeah, and that is the final climactic scene of the fight climactic scene afterwards. But it's kind of funny because the way they set up the trailers, it kind of made it look like the airport scene and that scene were like almost like similar scenes or similar concepts. Or the airport running towards each other scene. I mean, God, how many times was that played? And it really, was a fantastic scene and really showed off out of everybody Spider-Man, which was ironic because they didn't show Jack Diddley in the trailers, which is, I guess, the point. Considering that was like the only scene that Spider-Man was really in,
Right.
as Spider-Man.
20 minutes. 20
yeah,
minutes.
Yeah, it's crazy. But I mean, I think that the concept here, and there's two fights. It's a fight for, and it's kind of a double irony if you think about it, because you're talking about a document in the beginning of, we're gonna be heroes, but we're gonna have a set of rules.
Yeah, they made up the weird name, Segovia Tribunal, like the 123 countries.
Mm-hmm.
Where's Thor and Hulk? If I lost 240 megaton missiles,
And it's a valid point.
Well,
I mean, you can see where they're coming from if you took it from a real world perspective, and you did have these kinds of beings roaming the earth, and two of the most powerful ones. And while Thor obviously is not going to go killing people, Hulk on the other hand, you kind of take your chances. So I can see where they were coming from with that concept, but they kind of overlaid that large document of freedom with controls or be vigilantes, and then they kind of double set that when you talk Winter Soldier, because he didn't have real freedom. He had commands, he had rules, and if people said them in the right order, he was instantly a killer. So do the rules cause you to be a killer? Are the rules bad? Are the rules good? And it was kind of interesting the way they kind of play those two concepts off each other in the movie. And I think that definitely goes back to the screenwriters being just that good at pulling a double concept in there that really pulled the fight together. So for me, that's what I thought was the biggest piece.
The airport fight was good. I think that was probably one of the better fights you'll see outside of animation.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sure, yeah.
Outside of animation, it was good. It was set up good. The way they set up the shots and everything else. These guys basically set it up really well. They put the cameras in the right spot. They had your attention to all the right angles. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
There wasn't a whole lot going on. Very dissimilar from like Michael Bay when he does the Transformer fight scenes, when you're like, who's the bad guy? What's going on? What's it doing now?
Why would you compare? I mean, and there's been some
It's
stuff
not
that Michael Bay has. Yeah, I'm just saying, because Michael Bay's done some stuff that's okay, but Transformers is not something. I mean, that's just awful. That's
it's
awful.
awful. Well, considering they're making a Transformers 5 with Marky Mark, so it's.
I'm so sad. I don't know. There's nerd and then the's that. It's just sad.
And you know what? I was a Transformer nerd too growing up.
And
I
had Transformers.
Sad.
Yeah, I had Transformers. I had the little ones. You remember the ones that like turned into like little ambulances?
Yeah.
And I had those. I love the little things. But this is not. I don't know what this is. It's nonsense.
No, it's not the Transformers. I mean, it's hard for me to say that it's not the Transformers I grew up with. I really enjoyed Marvel's spin on the Transformers, and it even had an appearance of Spider-Man wearing the black suit, which was kind of cool.
Yeah. See, they could have done that, but they didn't.
No, exactly. You know, try to tie everything in. Why not?
That would have been interesting.
But that's Hasbro, and you know they're having their own verse, which is for another podcast.
Yeah, that's for another time. We'll do that on the next podcast. That's for sure.
The other fight scenes that I can think of that probably compare, definitely better than the first Avengers. The fight scenes in this were better than the first Avengers.
There were some good fight scenes in the Avengers. There were some good fight scenes in the Age of Ultron too. Come on, the whole end of Ultron when they're all fighting all the robots together. There were some good scenes. Yes, the city falling. There were some great fights there. Come on, there's some great action shots, some great movement shots. I thought that was a very cool fight. It kind of is reminiscent not of the Age of Ultron, but there's a little bit of Matrix, a little bit in the style.
Yeah, I'm kind of over the whole Matrix angle now. I'm not pooping on it.
Don't poop on it.
I'm not pooping on it.
I'm just saying
we've seen enough. I mean, we got our first taste with Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon,
which is good. They came out with the second one. Did you know that?
Yeah, I saw that. It's on Netflix, right?
Yeah, it is.
I gotta watch that.
It's really good. It's really good.
I have to say I appreciated Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon when I saw it, but then seeing it now, I don't think it holds up as well.
It was a timing piece, and the problem is that people who are true kung fu, karate fanatics are like, why do you have to do that? That's not how karate works. Blah blah blah. So there's some purists out there of the sport who kind of don't like those types of movies, anyways. But that's a whole other conversation.
Yeah. So then, in going and tying everything back to this, like I'm looking at the fight scenes, and even when you go back to BVS where they're fighting the cave troll,
cave troll.
Yeah, it's a cave troll. I mean, poor Doomsday.
They could have done him so right.
But am I right? It's
it was
a cave
awful.
Troll.
It is.
Lord of the Ring. I thought I saw Peter Jackson back there somewhere.
That's great. I didn't even think of that. You're absolutely right. It's a freaking cave troll on speed. You know, you got a few extra twigs and berries in them, and that's about it.
Oh my gosh. So.
Anywho, so
going back to this, like the fight scene for that, it's a really good fight scene. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. Ant-Man, it's not really a spoiler.
But it's cool to finally see it.
Yeah.
We know from the comics that he is the other universe version of the Atom who can do both those things too. So they're kind of the mirror of each other, but. It's cool to see him finally do it and kind of say, and I loved it. It's like, he's growing big, he's doing his giant thing, and they still manage to get literally everybody in those action scenes. Literally, without making you dizzy, without getting you confused, kept everybody in the scene. And I love it. Spider-Man starts quoting Star Wars. He's like, remember the scene with the giant... I was like, yes, that's Disney right there. They're going to make fun of themselves and another one of their franchises. Put it all together. That was fantastic for me. That was one of the best dialogue in the movie. The other part of the movie that had really good dialogue was really the tension, like you were mentioning earlier, of Captain America and Iron Man. And they didn't have to say a lot, but you could feel in what they said just the total difference between their perspectives and their personalities in every scene. And even though, and there was that one scene where it's like, Bucky, it's okay. We're cool now. Truce. You could see in that moment that they can work together even though their personalities and their perspective on so many things are so different. You know, and it's so hard for Iron Man to admit he's wrong. I mean, but it's so true to the character.
Well, here's the thing, you know, when Cap found out what Bucky did, he kind of held it from Tony.
But that's true.
And that's a very similar thing you do to me on a daily basis. He sold his dude out. He sold his bro out.
I don't pull you out.
You do sell me out, dude. You fold faster than the French army.
I don't sell anyone out unless I'm told to.
Exactly.
If I'm told to, then I will. I mean, or if I need information.
Oh yeah.
Or I'm having a bad day.
And then you sell me out.
Or if it personally benefits me.
Or if you need like popcorn or a racer or anything like that. Yeah.
Okay, it happens occasionally.
So there's Tony. Like, he killed my mom, you son of a bitch. He didn't say anything about his dad. He said, killed my mom, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
And
well, because again, he and his dad didn't have that great of a relationship, so you know, whatever. It is what it is.
But the other part is that you didn't see Pepper in this movie.
No, and I don't know if that's a contracting thing or if they're trying to get Iron Man to be Iron Man without her.
Well, the other thing I noticed is that you know, since Tony had the relationship with Bruce Banner, he doesn't have that with the current group. He doesn't have that type of buddy. Hey, we're both really smart. We're the smartest guys in the room. You know,
right.
At least now he has it with Peter.
Mm-hmm.
So you could kind of see the chemistry there. That's where I could see, like, but, and I'm going to throw this out there. You first heard it on Two Nerds and a Joke first.
Okay, I'm listening.
I'm going to drop a bomb.
Okay.
Him and Black Widow hook up.
Who?
Tony.
Tony Black Widow?
Tony and Black Widow.
How do they hook up?
Oh, I'm telling you, the next movie they will be hooking up.
How do you know?
I have this feeling. You just see it. You see it happening. Yes.
Well, I mean, you know that Scarlet Witch and Vision are going to hook up. That's a given.
That's from the comics, because
yeah.
Vision's the only person that she's ever met that isn't afraid of her.
Yeah, so there's that.
That's from the comics, so they're not going to touch that. But Vision has to die soon, so he's probably gone in the next movie also.
Why does he have to die?
He dies in the comics.
He also comes back 100 times. Who cares? He comes back.
Yeah, but in the Marvel Stinkiverse, he's going to die in this movie.
I don't know.
I'm calling it. You heard it first on Two Nerds and a Joke. And if I'm wrong, follow us more on our other stuff, so boost our numbers to prove me wrong.
Yes, and just remember, sell a brother out.
God. No, but I looked at it and I was like, okay, this is Manchurian Candidate, which is cool.
It's a good concept.
The new villain, very cool, even though he's not wearing the mask, and I'm okay with him not wearing the mask.
Yeah, I mean, he's still the same guy. I mean, and it makes it more human and not as over the top that every villain is wearing a mask and every villain is this.
But we're watching comic book movies. Why not put them in the mask?
Really? You sound
Tell
like
me why.
You sound like an old Jewish albacocker here. Tell me why. What's the bust? What the frick is wrong with you?
Isn't that Italian?
I don't know. It sounded like French to me.
You're all over the place. Your references are out of place, sir.
Oh, that's all right. You can sell a brother out.
Jeez. See, I don't do the selling out. I just don't say anything. I stay quiet.
That's right. And he never gets anything done because he never says anything. But that's okay. That's how he rolls.
Once again.
Extremes. That's what makes us so great together.
No, I think what happens from this movie, because it's all a big setup. Everyone knows it. It's just a way to keep you coming back. The extra scenes at the end. At the end.
People love that stuff. I love that stuff. I mean, why wouldn't you want the extra scenes?
Why not look through all the credits and after 8,000 poor Koreans working over there?
There weren't any Koreans. It wasn't even filmed in Korea.
No, I'm talking about the people who do the CGI work.
They all Korean?
Labor. No, so going
Koreans.
back to the... yes, apologies to any of our Korean followers. I mean no disrespect.
Yes. He never means it. He never... That's why he tries to not say anything, because that way he can't disrespect anyone if he doesn't say anything.
This is true.
Yes. Something about vanilla, but I don't remember what.
Oh, so so going back to it, I think the Russos did a good job with this, and
Yeah.
I know they're tapped with doing the next one.
Yes, that'd be great.
So
And again, if they keep in the same line, and I can't wait for the Spider-Man movie to come out, obviously, like everybody else, I think that will be very cool. I think also the biggest thing here in this movie is they bring in a lot of characters, but they don't give you massive backstories. The two big characters, obviously new characters, are Black Panther and Spider-Man. And they cover Spider-Man.
They are following the Disney guideline of your father has to die.
Well, of course. It started with Mufasa. Well, it started with Bambi and went on from there. There's a lot of dead fathers in the Disney universe, and on all sides. I mean, same thing with Star Wars. It's the same thing. Your father has to die for you to become a hero.
In Star Wars, it's a lot of children abandoned on desert planets.
Yes.
So go figure. Go figure.
There's a lot of orphans in Star Wars, sadly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very sad thing. Anyway, so they cover backstories beautifully. Spider-Man was a sentence, literally, somewhere between Hot Aunt May, which was awful. And
Come
I forgot.
on.
I have
Marissa
to say,
Tomei. Come on.
I will say it's Marissa Tomei, but Jesus Christ, if they make her any younger, she'll be Peter's age.
Why does Aunt May have to be old?
She's always been old. That's what she's been. She keeps getting younger. And then Tony Stark hitting on her was fantastic. I mean, that was just awesome.
I told you.
Yeah.
Maybe he's the illegitimate son.
Oh God, no, he's not. Stop it. Stop putting theories out there that don't belong. No.
Oh yes, Aunt May.
Are you done now?
Give me that pie.
Dude. Marissa Tomei, chill.
It's Marissa Tomei. She's hot.
And she didn't have an accent, which I have much appreciated, by the way.
She's
like a
was
total
only
ditz.
for my cousin. Dude, do you really think she really is
me
my
off
cousin?
her complete. That movie turned me off her completely. It was a good movie. I liked Joe Pesci in that movie. I hated that character so much that turned me off Marissa Tomei. Aunt May brought me back a little bit. I will admit.
Of course, because you're sniffing the Marvel fart. But go ahead.
No, she's actually playing a good character, or it's at least a character that's not freaking my cousin fucking Vinny. Anyways, what? I'm opinionated. I don't see you coming up with anything. Anyways, the same thing with Black Panther. He was covered in what? A couple sentences too. His backstory.
Yeah, he has the necklace. He gets the ring from his father. Blah 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 blah.
And that's it. And you're done. And that's good.
I'm okay with that too. The Russos are like, these are just supplemental characters. The main idea of this movie is the conflict between Cap and Iron Man.
And they really do one great thing here, which is not rehashing poor Spider-Man's backstory for the 10 billionth time, which is freaking fantastic. And it was good. Now, obviously, everybody's saying, a lot of people are saying, I know that my family, when we went to go see it, said, where's the Hulk? Where's Thor, and why not? And you have your theory, and I don't disagree with your theory.
Know.
But
you can't have a civil war with those two guys because they would just end it.
Yeah, no, and you're right. But it's not that they're supposed to be there and they're not. Honestly, we know where Hulk is.
Yes.
We know that Hulk is not going to fight for a while. Now, in rumor and theory, and I know you've heard this as well as I, is he's going to be kind of sprinkled in the next few movies as he's a kind of a backstory, but we don't know.
Oh, can I drop another? You heard it here first.
Oh, sure, go right ahead.
I say Planet Hulk.
I'm hoping
Planet Hulk,
Ragnarok, whatever.
Which is the worst title for a Thor movie, but I'll take it.
Oh come on, it's all Greek Norse god stuff. It's gonna be weird.
It sounds like something from the Flintstones. Ragnarok.
What's the theme song? It's a Stone Age tale from the town of Ragnarok.
Or Fraggle Rock.
Ooh, Fraggle Rock. There you go. I don't know if it makes it better or worse.
Good pull.
Yes, there you go.
I'm patting myself on the back on that one.
Pat yourself hard. A little harder. Oh, keep going.
The little doozers making the glass towers.
Oh God! Wow, that's going back. Wow, that's awful.
Wembley with the Hawaiian shirt. How'd they get Hawaiian shirts? That's my question.
I'm sure they knew how to steal fabric.
They didn't go to Hawaii.
So people in America wear Hawaiian shirts.
They didn't know people, remember?
Come on, there was people up above them. People dropped stuff. I'm sure they had to get some sort of sustainable resources from above.
No, they got it from the trash heap, remember?
Right. So you don't think someone ever threw out a Hawaiian shirt?
No.
Ever?
I think it's a plot hole.
I think you're ridiculous.
In a drug-induced,
well,
moment that Jim Henson came up with Fraggle Rock.
He was doing some rock while he's talking about Fraggle Rock.
And he's like, "Oh, this is some good stuff. I'm gonna call it Fraggle Rock."
Oh, Jesus! All right, so characters we have
So we go back to Hulk and Thor. Why they're not there? Because you know why?
We explain Hulk. Hulk is easy.
Hulk, big monster. He would basically end one fight. Thor, a god. He would end the other side of fighting. Leave them out. Mention them.
But you have legitimate reasons for them not to be there.
So they had to write those reasons in, but
they were already there. No, because
logical sense,
not
you can't
for Hulk.
have Civil War with those two guys still there. They
not
put it into it.
You look at the end of again going back to a movie you hate, but Ultron. They explain it. Hulk is done. He's not going to be Hulk anymore. He says, "You know what? I'm going away." Remember, he takes the plane.
Yes.
There's your reason. There's no other explanation. And Ultron.
They could have brought him back. They could have brought them.
He's
both
gone. Nobody
back.
knows where he is. He's doing it on purpose. Bruce doesn't want to be back. He doesn't want to be among people. After what he did...
What's going to happen is he's going to get put in a rocket. They're going to send him out to space. He's going to end up on planet Hulk. Thor's going to end up like getting Mjolnir crushed by that one goddess. I can't remember her name. And sentenced to planet Hulk. And he has to fight the Hulk to come back.
That would be
to Asgard.
That would be fantastic, and I would have no problem with that. I just don't see the Hulk going up in a spaceship. But we'll see what happens.
No, I'm not saying on his own free will.
Maybe he does voluntarily. Maybe he doesn't want to be on Earth anymore.
And then he gets there and falls in love with the woman who ends up getting killed, and then like he goes into the rage.
He always goes into a rage. It's not.
Well, of course, that's the Hulk.
Yeah. So Thor, the story of Thor is that Thor will come when there's a big enough threat, but he's not going to be involved in petty bickering.
No, because Loki doesn't have his Loki pokey stick anymore.
I'm done with you. I like Loki. He was a good villain, and he's a great actor too.
Oh yeah, I'm not.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Not saying anything bad about the actor.
I sense evil.
But if you want to poo-poo some of his choices in movies, I say Crimson Peak.
Okay, I have no opinion on that one. Never saw it. Don't care.
There you go. There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, this is how he likes to end stuff that he knows he's going to lose. I have no opinion because I haven't seen it. Well, what the heck is going on?
What the hell is Crimson Peak anyways?
It's a movie.
I understand that. I got that much. But what movie is it? What is it about?
It's a period piece set like in the 1800s.
All right, you lost me already. I don't care anymore.
Done.
I'm done. I don't care anymore. As you said period piece, I was done with you. There's no value in those movies. None whatsoever. Except for Titanic, which was fantastic.
Oh my God.
Case Winslet naked. I mean, that's all you need in life.
I don't want to talk about it anymore. I can't believe it.
All right, so a friend of ours asked this question to us, if you remember, and said, why don't you guys do a piece on this? So let's throw it out there. Do you remember what it was?
No.
No clue. And it was a one year, No? Nothing? All right, fine, whatever. Anywho, what would be each of the heroes' favorite drinks?
Oh, yes.
You remember now?
Yes.
Do you? Do you remember?
Yes. I do remember.
You know who it was that said it?
Oh yes, I remember who said it.
Do you?
Yes, I do.
Do you? All right.
That's another podcast for another day. Someday.
All right. No, don't sing. That's awful. No, don't do that. Don't ever do that. All right. So let's go through the list. So obviously, we're going to start with the big two, Iron Man and Captain. Now, we know they've actually drunk before. But we saw it, and I hate to quote this movie you hate, but Ultron, they did drink. I can't remember for the life of me what Captain America. Iron America.
Love it.
What Iron Man drank, but he did drink something. I think I want to say scotch. But he did. I have to revisit that movie and check that out because I don't remember. But I think
you have to go that far back. You could just go to Iron Man 2.
That's even farther back. Ultron was just not that long ago. Iron Man 2 is further back.
I don't recognize Ultron as being a movie.
Bullshit.
So, or you can go to Iron Man 3, where he's not even in the suit. He's like solving crimes with the kid.
Iron Man 3 was stupid.
It was good. It was good. It was watchable. I enjoyed it. He's not
wait. Iron Man 3 is better to you than Age of Ultron.
Yes.
Ridiculous. I'm done with you.
Yeah.
All right. So, but he's drinking scotch, isn't he?
And any of our listeners that are listening to this, and if you're still listening to this, thank you very much. But post your comments on which is better, Iron Man 3 or Age of Ultron. Don't look at the press. Don't listen to this knucklehead. Do it from your heart.
No, watch the movies and make an opinion. Watch the movies, then make an opinion.
Yes,
don't do conjecture.
Watch them. And use your heart.
Don't use your heart. Use your brain.
What is his name? Ben Kingsley is in Iron Man 3. Yes.
Okay. Yay.
He's not in Ultron.
So what?
James Spader's in Ultron. Who likes James Spader?
I love James Spader. What's wrong with James Spader?
Of course you would.
What's wrong with James Spader? He's done some good stuff.
He hasn't done anything good since Stargate. There, I said it.
Stargate is the thing. Who cares about anything else?
That's it. That's all I have to say. I'm dropping the mic. That's the last time he did anything good. Stargate.
Right, but Stargate will hold up a man's career. Stargate's still popular. Anyways, back to the point. All right, so we did Captain America. Is Captain America? I don't think would drink.
Captain America drinks.
Beer?
Beer.
Okay, Captain America's beer.
He's a lace up the boots.
Mm-hmm.
Let them drink their champagne. We'll be down here drinking our beer.
All right, fine. Beer, straight American, no foreign.
Brooklyn,
domestic. Brooklyn beer?
Yes. Brooklyn beer.
Really
I've had that beer. It's not that good, though.
Well, it's Captain America. All right.
Hate to say, the Germans got us beat on beer. Sorry, I said it. I put it out there.
Yeah, well, you're the beer aficionado, not me. I prefer a nice rum. All right, so Black Widow.
Black Widow? Oh, you kidding me, right? Vodka.
Yeah. Straight rock, Russian background, definitely.
Vodka.
Your counterpart, Hawkeye. Couldn't think of his name for a second. Love him. I just was watching.
He's too emo for me.
I love the character, but he's a family man. He's not emo. He's
emo. He should have been the one to.
He's the snarky guy. He's the snarky guy.
Next movie they're going to be in space. What are they going to use Hawkeye for? He's not going to shoot arrows in space.
Half of those people can't do it in space, okay? Don't fool yourself. Half those people can survive in space.
Let him be the reason why another hero goes all ham in the next movie.
He's the guy who keeps
for Hawkeye.
He's the guy who keeps it grounded in family, because he's the family guy who's trying to save the world.
Who wears purple and blue.
Not in the movie, he wears all black. So chill the fuck out. And there's nothing wrong with purple and blue as a costume. It's fantastic. It's like the Phantom, for God's sake.
Put a big H on his head.
Yeah, you know what? The H is there for a reason. All right, so Hawkeye, what is he drinking? He's a beer drinker too, I'm thinking.
Shirley Temple. He's drinking a Shirley Temple.
No,
I'm only joking.
No, he's a beer drinker.
Hawkeye? No. He's all about his vision, so he's going to drink something else. I'm thinking he's going to drink... I think he might drink a Kentucky bourbon.
A bourbon? Really?
Yeah, a Kentucky bourbon, I'm thinking.
No, where's he supposed to be from again? I forget. Midwest?
Yeah, I think he's Midwestern.
Midwestern? What do they drink in the Midwest? Are there beer drinkers that they're...
Whiskey? But I don't see him as a whiskey drinker. I don't see him after a mission saying, give me a Jack Daniels. I'm thinking he's doing Wild Turkey Kentucky bourbon or something like that.
Maybe.
A sipping drink. He sips it.
Yeah, I guess he's a sipper.
Or maybe an amaretto. Because he's kind of girly like that, yeah.
No, he's not that girly.
He's emo.
He's emo, he's not girly. All right.
Metro.
So there's nothing wrong with being metrosexual and you who's just unkempt.
Wow.
Spider-Man doesn't drink, too young. So you can't do anything with him there. He's doing Shirley Temples, okay? He's freaking out of high school.
Look.
He's not a kegger type.
He's from Queens. I'm thinking he probably had a few beers.
I don't know. I don't see Spider-Man. I don't see Spider-Man as a beer drinker, though. He's too...
He sips on a beer.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't see it. I don't see that from Spider-Man. I'm
probably
not sure.
A PBR. I'm going to say PBR. Pabst.
Oh, don't do that to Spider-Man. That's awful.
What? You never even had a Pabst Blue
I did
Ribbon.
too. I tried it. It was terrible. It's awful beer. It's nasty.
$2 for 20 ounces. You can't beat it.
Yeah, except you feel like misery for the next week after because you feel so freaking bloated. All right. Black Panther.
Oh, he's drinking like something. Okay, all right, hold on.
It'll be an African alcohol. Something from Africa.
No, I'm thinking maybe a coconut rum.
Yes, a rum. Not a coconut rum because he's not from the islands. He's from the heart of Africa. So you're talking a dark rum. You're like an aged 17-year rum.
Well, like a sugar rum or something like that?
Yeah. Yeah, no foo-foo coconut rum.
I'm thinking maybe he's a Bacardi drinker then.
I think he'd have a little better taste than Bacardi. I think he'd be like an aged dark rum, like a Myers or an Appleton's or something like that.
Okay, so you're calling Jamaica rum, which you just called me out for not saying he can drink coconut rum because it's from the islands and you're pulling a Jamaican rum.
He's not going to drink something with coconut in it.
Done with you.
It makes it a frou-frou drink. It's instant frou-frou if you put coconut and shit. I mean, not that I don't love it myself, but...
He's also royalty, so you know he drank a lot of frou-frou stuff. Maybe champagne.
Ooh, I don't see him as champagne. I see him as rum.
He is royalty.
He's royalty. Well, he made it forced. Okay, this isn't what they were forced to drink. This is what they would drink if they were on their own, just doing their thing.
Oh, dude, he's walking into a place. If he's royalty, he's buying bottles, spades.
Oh, he's buying bottles. I don't disagree, but I don't think he's buying bottles of champagne. I see him as a bottle of rum drinker. That's my thing with him. All right, who else you got?
Oh, wait. No, wait. No, what? I take it back. He is not a rum drinker.
What?
What's that stuff called? That really expensive liquor. It's like $8,000 a bottle. Is it like it's from France? Remy Martin? What's that stuff?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Is it Scotch?
Maybe. But I don't think he's a Scotch drinker though.
But like really old stuff. Like this is like expensive stuff.
You
know what I'm saying? Like hard to get. Like you got to be banking.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me look it up. Remy.
I still say rum.
Cognac.
Oh, cognac?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No, now you're going stereotypical.
I'm not going stereotypical. I'm just saying he's royalty, and this stuff is of royalties.
Yeah, I'm sticking with the rum. All right, who else we got? We got Spider-Man doesn't. Ant-Man. Okay, Ant-Man's beer. He's straight beer.
Well, here's the thing.
Add a costume, dude. He's a beer drinker. Come on. He's a rapscallion. He's an ex-criminal. He's a beer guy.
Wait, he is a highly educated man in the field of computers.
No, he's not. He's a freaking criminal. I mean, yeah, he's high tech, but he's a criminal and he's a beer drinker.
He was a co-founder at some company. The reason why he got sent to jail was because he hacked the computer system and gave back all the money that the company stole from people.
Up late nights, hacking into shit, hanging out with slightly less educated Hispanic fellows. He's a beer drinker.
But he is not drinking beer. He's probably drinking whiskey.
No. I would go Quavo. Jose Cuervo because of who he hangs out with, maybe.
Oh, because he had... Dude, you're stereotyping again.
And you didn't just do that same thing?
With cognac?
Yes.
Rich people?
Yes.
You basically say... You can't stereotype all right.
You just did.
Look, the dude's royalty. They're buying cognac. They're probably bathing in it. Because
they're bathing in it, yeah. Let's go with that. All right, who else is left?
All right, so hold on. I'm going down the list.
Yes, good, Captain.
Do you count the newly paraplegic War Machine?
Oh, that was sad.
You cried?
I didn't cry, but I teared up a little because I love the actor, and I know he'll make a comeback, maybe.
Don Cheadle, he's not coming back.
No.
That's
sad. It's hard, and that's as close as you got to losing. And that scene was just, you just saw Iron Man just like.
I think Dusty's a beer drinker.
Yeah. Well, he's drinking through a straw now.
Ooh, too soon.
Too soon.
Too soon.
Oh, that's awful, huh?
Yeah. Winter Soldier.
Ooh, Winter Soldier. Ooh. Well, yeah, he's got just vodka. He's got too much Russian.
He's not Russian, though.
But
he's from Brooklyn also.
It doesn't matter.
I'm thinking
he lived there for not where he was at. Not in freaking Slovakia.
Well, hey, when he was in Russia, they were just beating the hell out of him. He was probably drinking his own urine. All right. I'm saying he comes back to the States. The first thing he's doing, he's getting a Budweiser.
Yeah. No, I guess. All right. I think that's enough on that.
Wait, let me see. Who else is left? You didn't get everyone.
Who else? You covered everyone.
Go down the list.
Go down the list. You got Iron Man, Captain America, Black Widow, Hawkeye, Spider-Man, obviously Winter Soldier, Black Panther. Who am I missing? That's everybody. Did we miss anyone? I think we got them all.
You count the new bad guy?
Don't count bad guys. This is good guys.
Oh.
The bad guy lasted for all of, what, 2 seconds? Woo!
He's the next villain in the next movie.
No, he's not. He's in a cage. He's in a freaking cage.
He's the villain. You just wait and see.
Done with you. All right. Any parting shots on the Captain America thing?
Look, anyone who has survived our podcast up to this point, God bless you. It's a good movie. Unlike my counterpart, he likes to poop on movies.
I like this movie. I did not say anything bad about this movie.
Of course not, because you're sniffing Marvel farts. So
are you.
I like the movie. Big departure from the other things that they put out. I don't think it's that big. I think you put the end on the Captain America story.
Mm-hmm.
You make an ensemble part going forward. I personally think that Cap becomes Nomad.
I say Avengers, East and West Coast, split right down the middle.
All right, so I'd like to hear your thoughts on that.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Definitely go see it. See it 4 or 5 times.
Easily.
Support the cause.
Yes. Sniff the farts.
I want to see more superhero movies.
Yes, absolutely. Especially in the genre, these are great actors doing great roles and really enjoying themselves, which is very crucial. You know, you got to see them having fun.
Because we got to wait till August for the next one.
Now, are you talking Suicide Squad?
Yes.
That's my birthday movie too.
Oh my God, yes, Suicide Squad. Or do you count A Killing Joke? We haven't talked about that. Killing Joke is coming out, or came out, or whatever.
It's in process of coming out. I don't know when exactly, but it's soon. We'll have to talk about that. That's a whole other topic. That'll be for another podcast another time.
Yeah.
All right. I think we're good on all of this. Yeah. Watch us on YouTube. That's where this is going to be, obviously. We'll be linking it to Twitter. We'll be linking it on everything. So watch it. Listen to it. Hear it. Love it. Be one with it. Wrap it around you like a warm, super nerdy blanket. That is what it's all about.
Yes. Embrace the nerdum.
And Nate, embrace it fully. And Captain America, as Ernie said, it is the end of an arc, I think. I think it's a good ending. He turned in the shield, man. He turned in the shield.
I'm done with it.
Yep. Where do you go
I'm done with it.
Yep. So where do you go from there as Captain? We'd love to see where he goes next, what he does next. And we will see you guys next time.
Peace.